Oh man, we have done some magic conventions this year. The Society of American Magicians, the Senior Tour, now known as the Gateway Close-Up Convention. You made good choices, Steves. Houston, Texas, Texas Association of Magicians. We were there just a few months ago. Pebblepalooza. That was our first trip to Dallas this year. I don't have the lanyard for my trip to the Tampa Bay Festival of Magic, but we wrapped it up just a couple of weeks ago. We were in North Carolina at TRICS. What? Why is it thumbing down? Let's do thumbs up. I've got the new iOS emojis that appear when you don't want them. We're all thumbs up about TRICS. AI is incorrect. Look at all the kindred spirits in the house. We're always happy to see them waiting in the wings as we're coming onto this thing. Hello, Dr. Bob and Michael. And there's my TRICS wingman, Stefan Barksdale. Good to see you, dude. You're going to be in a picture or two today. We're going to look at some footage from this convention. Doing good today. Hope everyone else is as well. And John, good to see you. Yvonne, bonjour. The course. Let me mention the course. It's coming. I'm filming. The website is websiting, and I am a little behind schedule because of the tech. Will it be launched this month? I certainly hope so. I'm doing everything I can to get to it. But YouTube members, you'll start seeing content from this course next week. So, yay, hang around and look for that. And I'd love to talk more about that. I'd love to talk about a lot of things. But truth be told, the agenda is full today. So we got to get rolling with the program at hand. And I think maybe if we go over to my Facebook, that's right, we're going Facebook here. Oh, baby. Connor the Leprechaun's messaging me on Facebook. That's perfect. We'll start here. My wife and I. This is my lovely wife. She'll hate that I'm putting her picture on the screen, but this is us in Greenville, South Carolina. We traveled to the Carolinas last week to visit my father before the TRICS convention. And from there, we went on to Charlotte, North Carolina to meet with kindred spirits. One of them that I met with, let's see, I had some video that I filmed while I was there. Let me see if I can bring up, let me show you this guy, first of all, this fancy pants, Jeff Copeland. Can we get some audio with Jeff? That would be nice. Maybe we can, maybe we can't. Jeff did some beautiful coin magic for us in the live. Here we go.
Nice, that's on the treasure project there.
Is that your work, Jeff?
That's mine.
I feel like we could watch this again. Jeff Copeland, one of the kindred spirits.
Right, we'll try for you, just for you. Just the coin.
Hanging out in the lobby.
In the back.
Hold on, Connor.
That is beautiful.
I feel like I need to stop my personal Facebook chats before we're broadcasting videos on the internet. Oh man, tech, always fun on the interwebs. Let me see if I can share one more shot. You know what we're gonna do? We'll go over to the Copeland Coins Instagram page. This might give us the best hope of getting the shot that I want to share. This is Jeff Copeland's Instagram, and he shot an amazing scene that I was happy to be part of. This is the hotel lobby of
Jeff Copeland, Coins. These are my friends.
The TRICS convention.
We're going to share something amazing here with this. Check this out. This looks like an old coin. It's an old Morgan dollar. Hey, John, check this out.
Nah, that's going to be just a bit too small. Let me reverse the friction here and bring it
to the devil.
Or maybe we leave it small. Here, we'll just. There, you can have that one.
Holy cow, it's Rick Holcombe. Adam Allred. Sebastian. That's Daniel Garcia. I'm not going to get everyone's name, sadly. I have short-term memory loss. Speak of the devil, Stefan Barksdale. Look at the vibe, y'all. Look at the vibe. So this is the jam that happens at a magic convention at 1 a.m. or midnight. And this was an impromptu situation where Jeff was like, hey, y'all come around. We're going to do a coin jam. Everyone just pretend to do this. We'll pass it around. And it was very much an impromptu situation, and happy to have recorded some of that for posterity. I did record some other things for posterity, and I thought I could show a video. I thought about lots of things, but I also thought this. I did not get to see this whole convention. Like, I missed the first day and almost the third. So I thought I might need some help today to work through some of the events that happened. And then rather than showing you a video of the guy I want to, we could just welcome the guy here today. So guess what, folks? We have a surprise visitor in the house today. You saw him moments ago in the circle of Coin Magic. Let's welcome Rick Holcombe. Hey, live on the interwebs.
What's up, guys?
Rick, welcome to my slice of the Magi multiverse. I'm going to assume most of my viewers know who you are, but if not, Rick Holcombe is a master coin magician, and he's a YouTubist. You have a YouTube channel?
I do. Just Rick Holcombe, if you search on YouTube.
I put it right there. It's right above me.
There
It's
you
also
go.
in the link of the description. And yeah, people know who you are. What? You know, Scott. Everyone's saying hello to Rick. Hey, Rick, what's up?
Nice.
So yeah, Rick was in the coin circle, and Rick was there on Wednesday and Thursday at this amazing event. We were chatting before. You mentioned you make it a point to carve out this week of the year to go spend time with the kindred.
Right. I don't get out to a lot of conventions, but I come to TRICS every year because it's just 2 hours away from where I live. So
is that the reason, though? I mean, is that the reason? Because it's 2 hours away? Would you go if it was 12?
Yeah, conventions can get expensive, you know, if you need a plane ticket or whatever. But part of this is for me to have my own personal time a little bit. So I'm mainly a stay-at-home dad, so it's good to get away like a little bit. So I arrived Wednesday after lunch, like 3 o'clock. Wednesday,
so you're there before the convention starts, knowing that other people are going to show up and you want to just absorb it all. What's happening on Wednesday? What did I miss Wednesday?
Well, I saw Scott and his Slight Cub team. So they do all the behind the scenes setting up, all the tech setup.
Let me put the shine on this book. Scott Robinson, he is an amazing creator of close-up sleight of hand magic. This is his book published by Vanishing Ink. He is the host for this event, in addition to the Slight Club group, which is one of the more intensive learning groups in the country, as far as I'm aware of. So this is the people that produce this event.
Scott always does a great job, and from what I hear, because I don't get around to tons of conventions, but from what I hear, people say he runs one of the best conventions, always has great talent there. And
look, I'm going to tell you now, because I've been around. That was the best convention I was at all year, and I've been to nationals and statewide conventions, and one guy in North Carolina is throwing the best shindig. Now, I'm biased. Close-up sleight of hand, right? Like, I'm a close-up sleight of hand guy. It's a little bit centric, but anyway.
So on Wednesday, there wasn't much there, but I saw Scott. I don't know if you met Vincent Garibaldi.
Garibaldi.
Filipino guy, kind of a big guy.
Dude, but linking rings and cups and balls?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. He made me love linking rings at 55 years old. I'm watching him do the rings, getting goosebumps and thinking, how great is magic that I can watch the linking rings and feel this way this late in my career.
So he has a ton of...
I thought his last name was Mendoza. Did I get his last name incorrect?
That's right. It's like hyphenated.
All right. Just making sure my magic memory's still working correctly. Yeah, Stefan knows. He was there, the Lincoln Ring guy. And you're right. It is a great book. Maybe we'll talk more about it if we have time.
The actual convention started Thursday evening at 7 p.m. But, people are starting to show up there, from 12 noon up until the first lecture that night. So,
and the attendees are just like I said, like Vincent is just attending. You're just attending. The attendees that you rub shoulders with are top tier, like everyone. Even
the dealers there, that you got Brent Braun, Michael Kaminskas, Jeff Copeland, Don Bursell from Don's Books, Don's Magic Books.
Yeah. What an array of books he had. Chris Haig.
Some years Penguin has been there.
Yeah.
So
Jeff Price was there.
Jeff Price.
Scott Link was there. Scott Link was there with the policy.
So even the dealers there, the attendees there, there's a ton of talent on top of the lectures you're going to see. So it's a great convention.
So what I missed Thursday, I saw the schedule was Kayla Drescher lecture and Jonathan
David Jonathan. Yeah. So I wasn't familiar with Kayla Drescher. She gave it was more of a talk lecture. She taught basically one trick. It was kind of a coin trick, but with bottle caps, like a spellbound with bottle caps. But she mainly spoke about bar and restaurant magic, giving tips and tricks to that type of a venue.
Nice.
And then David Jonathan, again, I was only a little bit familiar with him. Of course, I remember the packet trick that came out last year, color match.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm forgetting the title of it, but it's basically a ESP routine.
Is it Impossible? Is that the one? Impossible?
It's called Color something.
Okay.
But every item he kind of showed I was like, wow, that's the great methodologies and cool packet tricks and stuff. And so I was unfamiliar with kind of both of them, and
that's typically the way the convention kicks off on Thursday, bring in some newcomers and put the shine on people you haven't seen, right? So,
right.
Yeah.
And then after that, it's just hangout
let me see.
Till you can't stand anymore.
See if I can share my Facebook page where give people a vibe of what the hangout is like. Nope. I might not be able to share the images that I wanted to share from Facebook today. We're just going to hang that up and not give it a try. But the images is this: at midnight in the lobby is 150 magicians at tables of 5 or 6 huddled around. Jam set, Sean Farquhar's holding court over here. John Armstrong's over here. Brent's got it, and then the bar's got and then we're over here doing a coin circle. It's just everywhere you look, it's high-end magic.
So
here's what I missed. Friday morning, I came in right as Eric Jones was wrapping up. I saw the tail end of his lecture, which I'm sure you enjoyed, his masterful coin work. Eric Jones is a beast. But I want to hear a little bit about is Blake Voigt, who is a master creator. Did you make it to his event?
Oh yeah, such a great guy, great energy, and again another person that I know one or two things, but this was the first time for me seeing him, and he's just such a positive guy, and his ideas are just kind of off the wall and almost homemade stuff. So you got ideas right from the lecture, and I wrote some stuff down that I could go home and make these things. And of course he was selling stuff right there. And he reminded me of a few years ago. They had Marcus Eddy there, and just
Marcus
another
Eddy,
good
what a
one.
gem.
He's always smiling and just happy about magic and happy about sharing magic. So, and that was the vibe from Blake too. So that was an enjoyable lecture to watch. And then there was Daniel Garcia later that day. I'm forgetting the schedule off
So
the top.
maybe I can bring in these pictures here. Let me see if I can make something work. And I do have a little summation of what happened because I was there from that point on. And we'll just see if I can get a little bit of footage. Sadly, I don't have 3 of me to do everything I'd like to make these streams as pretty and cool as they could be, but we can get a little view of what went on, maybe. Or maybe not. I came in, the first full lecture I saw was John Armstrong's lecture, which was everything I wanted it to be. On the drive up, my wife asked what was the thing I was looking forward to the most. And I said, well, John Armstrong's lecture is probably at the top, but then I'd forgot Rob Sabrecki was in the house. And towards the end of the convention, that turned to be the highlight for me. Was there a highlight for you as I'm trying to get this footage up? Was there one thing that stood out more than the rest?
I really enjoyed Daniel Garcia and Sean Farquhar. All these people, excluding Eric Jones, like I haven't seen them, in the flesh or at a lecture like that. And it's between Sean Farquhar and Daniel Garcia for me as far as the material that like spoke to me. And I tried to support every one of them, got a little something off their table.
You're over there spending that money?
Well, that's part of the fun.
All right, so let me see. I got a few pictures maybe we can look at here. This is the vibe for me, and here's Stefan and Brody, and there's my magic. This is one side of the lobby of the bar, of the lobby and or the bar. Let's just scroll through a few pictures and see. This would have been John Armstrong's performance. Let me go back a little bit. That's the end of the show. So this is the panel discussion, which was great. Sean Farquhar, Eric Jones, Blake Voigt, Daniel Garcia, Kayla Drescher. I really enjoyed Sean's talk on running a small magic theater. He runs 32 seats.
Yeah.
And like if I'd like to do anything in my life, I'd like to do that.
So this was another cool segment within the schedule of lectures. That this segment's called Insights.
Yeah.
And so all the lecturers here giving, advice on, like Eric talked about his AGT journey and whatnot. And you're getting...
we got all kinds of different information. I would love to see this be the norm. And I see a lot of conventions go this way, like Columbus Magi Fest. And I guess Magic Live does chats like this where they'll do bite-sized chats instead of asking people to pay attention for an hour plus straight. So.
Right.
That was good. So we had killer sessions in the lobby. This is the night performance. John Armstrong, what he did with the deck of cards, and pretty much only that, was incredible. People rolling in laughter. I was in tears with his comedy. Eric Jones, man, he captured this audience. And I think did a great job of also showcasing how to put magic on video into a big room from a small piece. And Eric, funny guy too. As he said, Eric is funny. I had never seen Sean's Cups and Balls routine. I'm just going to not spoil it and talk about it for other people who haven't. It's amazing. Here we go. This is the lobby at 12:38 a.m. is when I posted this. It's just crazy. There's Eric. I'm not going to look for it. Every show rightfully got a standing ovation, I think, right?
So there was a show Friday night and then another on Saturday night that was open to the public, that's cool too. Like, you know, they're offering tickets there it's just free, I think. But of course, if you're attending, you can get in there too. But it's cool that Scott offers that to the public there.
I think he makes it a priority to put laymen in the front row. I love it when conventions do this so that we get the magicians able to perform to people who can truly react to the material. So
it's a better energy than just magicians.
So yeah, what we do day 2, man, we had the highlight for me was the Rob Zabrecki lecture. Well, watching him talk about art, acting, and character, and then watching him bring that to life later on. That lecture was the I would say life-changing for me, but certainly a highlight.
Yeah, that was another person like I've only seen on television, and then to have him give like a deep theory talk like that was great to get that insight.
And then John Allen was prior to that, and he delivered a great all-around lecture. He's an international award-winning magician and an obvious worker, and the material he delivered was top-notch as well.
Hilarious.
And super funny. Yeah, he also killed in the night show. Do I have one more round? I might be able to show a few more pictures here, and then you know what I was going to do is show a video of you doing a coin trick that I filmed, which is doing pretty well on my socials. Thank you for that. I put up but I said, "Hey Rick, would you do some coin magic?" And you said yes. So after we look at a few pictures, we'll watch you do a coin trick, and I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. All right. So is this where I want to be? No, this is not where I want to be at all. Yeah, how about we just say it was wonderful. I'll quit talking about it and quit trying to fight the internet to bring pictures up like watching a grandpa do his slideshow. Come on, kids, get around the slide projector. We're going to talk about the trip to Yosemite. We'd all rather watch live magic. So, Rick, can we talk a little bit about what we're about to see? Or do you just want to do it and then talk about it?
I could maybe just do it and then...
This is probably better for magic purposes. Here, let me give you the stage.
Oh, okay. So I've got 3 silver dollars here. 3 Morgan silver dollars. The interesting thing is, here, we'll take this one, give it a little wave, and it changes to copper. Here, I'll do that with another one.
Nice.
And we get 2 coppers. One more to go. Just a wave. And the last one changes to copper. You know, I actually prefer silver. So I'll take one of those back. Just give it a wave and change it back to silver. I can use that one to change the other 2 back to silver. Now we're back to where we started with 3 silver coins.
Oops. You sent me. I got too excited. That was a thing of beauty, sir. Thank you very, very much. So an approach to the wild coin plot.
Yeah, so that's a project I call Gemini because of one of the coins involved. If that makes sense.
So you're saying you weren't all on the up and up with that demonstration. If I had to guess, you're using some products from Copeland Coins. Is that right?
Oh yeah, I am.
I want to share. First of all, I want to share Copeland Coins because they make cool stuff. Maybe I don't want to talk about exactly what you were sharing there, but exactly what I want to share is your website was one of those. Was what we just saw. One of the items from your offerings on rickholcombemagic.com. That's your website, right?
Yes.
Let's take a look at this. Gemini, I found it. So here's Rick's site. Rick Holcombe Magic, visual and impactful. And you have a catalog of things available here, downloads and.
So at the top, there's just this year I tried putting out, this series of kind of quick, fairly easy to do routines that, will get you learning new moves, and kind of each routine focuses on a couple of moves that might be new to you. But when you're learning new moves, it's important to have them in a context to practice them in, instead of practicing that move in isolation. So,
yeah,
these 6 routines here they're some of them are very easy to do. Gemini is in the middle, I'd say, but it focuses on the Demonch change.
Yeah, there it is. The Demonch change, fantasy display.
And the fantasy display is something a good friend of mine came up with, but he's not really doing magic anymore, and I sort of adopted it and added to it. And then the down here's
I'm looking at this because this is what I shot on the I shot this piece, the Sly Palm, at the convention.
Yeah. So down here I've done some things with Copeland coins, and Jeff's probably my best friend in magic, and we continue to work together and as time allows, because I'm mainly a stay-at-home dad, but those will lead to those projects on his site. But
man, I wanted to ask Jeff to come on here because I love Jeff. His energy is infectious, and what a cool guy to be hanging and doing stuff with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing if it weren't for Jeff.
Let's also talk about what else you're doing, because you run a heck of a YouTube channel, and then I'm going to kind of kick you to the curb after we talk about this here.
Sounds good.
So you started kind of during the pandemic a couple years ago with a focus on coin magic on YouTube, and this is Rick Holcombe.
Yeah, it was
on YouTube.
I started the new year in 2020 with a goal of, this was before COVID hit. And
so you were ready before.
In January, I said, I'm going to make a coin magic channel because I don't see anyone doing that out there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of great resources for cards, but and some of those guys throw in coin tricks, but I'm like, that's not how you do that. So I saw stuff being taught wrong or not.
I've always said what we need on YouTube is not less teaching, but better teachers. And boy, look at you showing up here. I love that. Like, you've got the book open. You're teaching this. I was looking at this yesterday. Presto Changeo from Bobo's Coin Magic.
Yeah.
Your content is super, super strong, super clear, well taught.
Thank you.
Easy on the eyes and easy to listen to.
And I don't want to get into this topic, but like you mentioned, better teaching out there, because the debate on exposure is almost irrelevant to me, and I don't debate it, because it's like, what are you going to do about it? It's happening. So
yeah, I kind of say we lost that fight 20 years ago, really, and maybe 10 years ago. And at this point, if you're not acknowledging that our future students are learning on YouTube, you're officially an old fart.
Right.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I give it enough attention. Here's what I do, because a lot of people don't understand. So I give it a little bit of my time to enlighten the unaware. I try and say, here's why, but only a little bit, because it's just not worth spending a lot of time on.
Right. And so what I'm trying to do is do it better.
More, please keep doing that. Yeah. It's such a joy to meet you here at TRICS, because I have heard of you a lot from people that are learning from me on the internet. And I don't absorb a lot of magic content on YouTube. It's just a personal choice I make so that I'm not too clouded with what other people are doing. But I have looked at a lot of stuff you've done over the last few days, and I can see why you've garnered the user base you have. And we've talked about it already. I'm going to look forward to inviting you back on here where we can just keep doing this.
Absolutely.
For another, so a couple of 2-3 weeks, I'm going to be like, hey, Rick, you ready to talk coins for an hour? And we'll do this again.
And I'll be on the Magic Guys podcast in the 27th.
Nice.
I've been invited to do that. So
well, I'll see you there then, because I'm on that.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, man. Well, I guess what I could leave is a short window for any questions from the chat in case anyone has any questions for Rick. That might be cool. Yeah. What are you working on this week, man? What's Rick Holcombe doing like?
So at the convention, I spent a lot of my budget on this. From
Are those
Michael
Kaminskas cups?
Yes. So this
God, those are beautiful.
I've never had a good set,
Man.
And so I'm diving into cups and balls, and
it's a good thing I didn't go see him because I would have those right now. God, I want those now. Can I have yours?
I keep rubbing them every day to like get them browned up. And I got this wand. I got a friend, Makoto Magic. He's out in Los Angeles. But he's
Makoto. You got a Lignum Vitae wand. He's a buster. Good choice, man.
So I like to support, other guys out there hand making stuff. So that's one of his wands.
Yeah, good. Rick.
And I'm just having fun messing with this, and working on doing more shorts from your advice. So keep an eye out for more shorts from me.
Yeah, y'all see Rick's shorts. You like and share them. Get that algorithm flowing for this man. Best place to learn coin magic from Rick. I mean, you just go on the YouTube channel and start at the beginning, or what? Do you have playlists or anything?
Well, back a few years ago, I attempted to do like a sequential thing, and you end up having to take time off, and then I started doing book reviews. There's a number of great book reviews I have on there. Rubenstein Coin Magic, Jeff Latta's book, a book from another friend, Danny Chang, who's in San Francisco.
Danny. Does he have a book?
It's a small book called Coin Monster.
Danny's work is fantastic.
Right there.
All right. Nice.
Coin Monster.
Cool.
It's got 3 or 4 routines in here, illustrated by Jeremiah Zuo, in Chicago.
Dig it.
So yeah, I've got some reviews on there. Recently, well, I guess last year, TCC got in touch with me, and they just started sending me stuff, and I was like, okay. So I got a bunch of TCC reviews on there.
Yeah. And
incidentally, if I do a review, I like to put my own routine on there. So you're not just watching an unboxing video. So check out my reviews for additional routine ideas if you buy these products. So.
Yeah. I always try to find that myself. If someone sends me something, rarely am I going to do it cookie cutter out of the box, right? I always want to try and add a little something to it.
So people could see, like, yeah, I've been messing with this for the past week, and I know the ins and outs of it. So, and then I've got a handful of interviews I've done on there. I interviewed my good friend Danny Goldsmith and Colin Klaus, a guy from England, and another friend, Mika Letty, who's crazy with coins from Finland. So there's a variety of stuff on the channel, coin lessons, easy coin routines, reviews.
All right, starting to sound like an infomercial, Rick. Cutting you off on the
check it out.
I'll go check out Rick's YouTube or go spend money at Rick Holcombe Magic. All right, man. Look, I'm going to say thank you very much. I guess I'll see you in a couple of weeks on the Magic Guys.
Yeah.
That'll be cool.
I'm up for anything, so hit me up.
Look, I'm going to put the wheels in motion. You do the same. Feel free to hit me up anytime as well, and I'll see you again sooner than later. Everyone say thank you to Rick Holcombe for hanging out with us today.
Thank you so much, Doug.
All right, man.
And
Go,
you guys.
go practice your cups and balls. We'll see you
All
next
right.
time. Bye. Man, what a treat that was. You know, I guess I could get this off the thing. You meet a cool guy on the interwebs and say, hey, could you come do the thing? And he says, yeah, we'll do it. And we did it. So, yeah. I had a couple other things I wanted to talk about today in relation to Slight Club and things like that. One of them is this project. I happened to get this in the mail from Kyle Littleton. Kyle messaged me last week and he said, Doug, what's your address? And I met Kyle actually at the TRICS convention in 2013, I think it was 2000, maybe 2015. And Kyle was a developing young man at the time in his teenage years. And he showed me some of his unique stuff. We became friends and started having like an email kind of repartee about some of his work. Well, he is now morphed into a master magician and quite the creative one, as this book will showcase as I flip through it. I guess I don't want to flip through too much because it's got QR codes in the book, which lead to the lion's share of the material. While there is text in the book, my review on this was it's the ugliest book in magic, but that doesn't really speak about the contents of the book, which are very inspirational for creative mindsets and also for interesting material. So this is the product of a Slight Club environment where we have nurturing magicians that foster someone's creativity and they blossom into a wonderful performer. I've linked Kyle's website in the description of this video, in addition to Rick's website and Copeland Coins. So if you've seen things today you're interested in, you can go in the description below and poke around there. I would also encourage you to go look around YouTube at some of Kyle's performances of the material that's on here. And if you're into making yourself a more creative person, maybe take a look at Absurd Windows by Kyle Littleton. And I did want to talk a little bit about Scott's book today. I did, but we're not going to talk a little bit more about let's just show it again. Pure Imagination. I'll give you a quick look inside what Andy described as one of the most beautiful books on magic. I'm not going to disagree. This thing is gorgeous. The colors, the colored pictures leave nothing to be desired. The layout is great. It's got the bookmark ribbon, and the magic inside is top tier close-up sleight of hand. Scott Robinson's Pure Imagination. It's a Vanishing Incorporated release, and I would suggest you look there as well. Now, I got one more thing to look at. While I was in the Carolinas, as we are apt to do at magic conventions, we accumulate some decks. I accumulated some, and I've got a couple that I'm going to give away today to one of my channel members. These are Chris Hage designs from Wondercraft playing cards. Talk more about Chris in just a second. I'm going to open this one. Let me thank Eric Casey, who passed along some of his Casey's cards to me. Those are outstanding and cool. This is the first time I've got to see Ryan Schlutz's False Anchors. This is a very clever marked deck, and in particular a marking system that is very easy to read from a distance. So if you're someone that needs to do that, let me endorse this. Let me thank channel member Jason Y, who these are actually purple monarchs that I unboxed and took with me for this convention. We always take our favorite decks, and I found these in a gift box that Jason had sent me. This box right here. It's about 2 years ago he sent me those cards, and I just found them in there last week. I enjoyed these purple monarchs. Thanks, Jason Y. Better late than never. But yeah, a couple of the decks. I went by Wondercraft Studios. Wondercraft is Chris Hage's card production facility. He had a booth set up at the TRICS convention. This is a commemorative deck they did for the Carolina Close-Up Convention. I think this was 2 or 3 years ago. I think the faces are fairly standard. Here's your Joker. And someone is going to get one of these decks in addition, get a double backer, in addition to the Wondercraft deck. And I'll show you what the Wondercraft deck looks like in just a second. I did want to do one more thing, because right before the show, let me see. Let me grab this thing. right before the show, I got a Murphy's Magic order that came in. One of the things that came in was the new Tenyo product. This is the shocking pass case. A pass case. This might be where you'd keep your money, or like a bus pass, for example. You know, something you could, you know, a lanyard of types, an identification. What is this? This is an old business card of mine. But today, one of the things I did was play with this toy. And I've spent, there we go. I've spent all about 30 seconds practicing this, but let's see if we can make this shocking pass wallet be shocking. With just the snap of the fingers, that previously blank Doug Kahn business card turns into Chris Hage's Wondercraft playing cards card. And if you're interested in the cards that I'm about to showcase, this is where you want to go, wondercraftcards.com. Oh my, it's so shocking. Yeah, the new Tenyo stuff's out. This is the one I added to conjure.com this week. We got a couple more products over there. Also at conjure.com, I'd be remiss to, in fact, let's do this. I've got these from Scott Link, and he is also a Slight Club guy. This is the Prestidigitation Protection Plan. Y'all see me talk about this the last couple of weeks on the site. This is Scott's adaptation of the Flexagon, which is in essence, makes a two-sided sheet of paper have three sides. For example, if you look at the words here, you'll see them change as if by magic. And this device, this Flexagon, produces a playing card inside the innermost compartment. And there's the surprise compartment. And I've had the pleasure of playing with this prop over the last few weeks. And I developed a handling that uses a lapel style envelope. So you could take like a signed selected card. The envelope would be in your pocket. The selection goes secretly in, you palm it and load it inside. So now when you remove the Prestidigitation Protection Plan and do all the bits to show what it is, the sign selection appears inside the innermost compartment. And that is Scott Link's the policy. And we're going to put one of these in the envelope of the channel member who's going to win one of these lovely Wondercraft decks and one of the Carolina Close-Up Convention decks. You're going to get these two. So here's the prize package right there for the channel members. We're about to spin the wheel. Before I do so, let's just take a look at these beautiful cards from Chris Hague and Wondercraft. And again, his full lineup is in the description below. Now, how beautiful is that? That is a heck of a back. The only problem with these cards is that they were printed without faces. Chris Hage not doing the right job over there at wondercraft.com. Or maybe this. Maybe he just includes a blank card. And then using your magical abilities, you can add a little color to the cards as needed. These are your jokers. These are your faces. And this is the Wondercraft deck. The beautiful thing about this deck, and I'm hoping my camera can capture this, is the metallic ink that is on the court cards, as well as the wonderful shading on the pips. So we'll see, like you can get a 9 of hearts here. You can see how those pips are shaded to show depth. I believe they call them 3D, and the court cards have almost a metallic ink in them that really make them shine and shimmer. That combined with this luxurious paisley deck, it is, as the chat says, wow, beautiful. And yeah, they have a lot of versions of these decks. They have red, purple, green, gilded. They have some of them. Let's not. Never mind. There we go. From the chat talking about it. So yeah, this is one of my new favorite premium decks for sure. They feel great. They handle well. We'll give it a Pharaoh for you live on the internet. I think I still got the extra cards in here, but they Pharaoh like butter. That's a perfect Pharaoh. And this is the beautiful Wonder playing cards from Chris Haig and Wondercraft cards. Y'all go click a link and pick up a deck. And if you're a channel member, well, maybe you don't have to do that because I put all your names on this wheel. Let me get the wheel. And someone who supports the channel is going to win that prize package. So if you don't know that I have a membership option on YouTube, it's $5 a month. You get some a couple of 30 tutorials, special live streams, and access to the members Discord. And then sometimes I give you things on the internet. I'm doing that today. Let me click the spin. Let's see who's going to win this prize package. Again, it's the Wonder deck, the Carolina close-up, and one of Scott Link's The Policy. And it looks like it's going to be Michael Holmes. So Michael Holmes, congratulations. I'll need you to contact me. Can I do that through the YouTube interface? I'm going to have to find out if I can. I'm going to hope that you can find me. And if anyone knows Michael Holmes, hey, tell him you won a couple of cool decks on the internet. And if you need to find me, the place to do that would probably be conjure@conjure.com. So you could just send me an email over there. Wow, that was a lot to get through today. I think the list is done. And yeah, congrats, Michael. Congrats and congrats. Is that what you carry, Scott? Yeah, it's a good deck of cards. They're so beautiful. Oh, Alan's talking good about my camera. Man, I should talk to you more about this camera. This is a Lumix SI2X, and we're learning. Oh, that's the Sony though. Okay, guys. So what did we? I think I talked about everything I wanted to talk about today. You know, we got a little TRICS recap. Wonderful visit from Rick Holcombe. Thank you so much, Rick, for taking some time out of your day to share some energy with us. We talked about Kyle's book, Love Absurd Windows. It is a creative inspiration, and the material that let me just see. I'm going to get one more trick up because I was looking at the. Can we just show a little bit of, let me see. This is a horrible way to show things. This is one of the tutorials. So if you click the QR codes, you go to the tutorials, right? And this is one of them. This is battery, which is, here we go. Battery.
I don't know if you.
We're doing this wrong.
I don't know if you've ever seen one of these before, but this is actually a battery-operated electronic.
Well, we can't see that at all. Let me walk you through it. So Kyle says, I don't know if you can see this at all, but this is a battery-operated nose picker. And he pulls his finger apart and a battery comes out. He takes his finger off, a battery comes out, he puts his finger back in, and then it starts picking his nose. Kyle, I apologize for not giving a better light on that that item, but there's many items in this where you get a video performance and an explanation. There's quickies, and then there's full performance pieces like sets where he's at the Magic Castle doing stuff like that. So yeah, we talked about that. Kyle Littleton's new Tenyo products are in. Wonderful coin magic from Copeland Coins, and I'm sick of talking. I guess all that's left to do is thank the kindred spirits for hanging out on behalf of myself, on behalf of Harry Blackstone, St. John Bosco Jr. III, and Cy the Cat. That's our current AI sticker you'll get with every order for conjure.com. We thank you for spending some energy with us as well, and we'll see you next week live on the YouTube. It's going to be a ciao for now, y'all. I'm out. Bye.